Well, welcome to Rotten Rust Garage. This weekend, only a little bit of time, but I'm going to mess with one more thing before I go ahead and yank this engine out, which it's going to come out of here. But I got to thinking about it after I slept on it a little bit, and I wonder if I put some magic sauce all down in there, let it eat away at some of the sludge and varnish that's probably in there, and then maybe try and run it for a few minutes, get it warm, get the sauce circulating. Then just maybe it'd start to build some oil pressure. Now, I'm skeptical. I don't think it will. But I might as well give it a try before I yank it out of here. And, you know, 15 bucks worth of cheapest oil I could find. It's probably worth it to go ahead and change the oil, get that sauce through here, change it out, and probably pop these valve covers off and take a look, see if any oil has ever made it up there at some point. So go ahead and get started on that. Okay, well, got the battery hooked up. Let's get in this thing and, yep, left the keys in it. Make sure it's in neutral because, you know, it's gonna. Nope, all right. We are in neutral. The electrical on this thing sucks. Let me mess with that battery again. First thing I need to do is just check the voltage on this battery because my son took it out of here and used it for something else. We got 12.5 volts, a little low, but it should be enough to crank this. I just think that these posts aren't tight enough, so let me tighten that up. I don't know if this will do anything or not. But it did not like being even remotely loose when we started it the other week. And if you haven't seen that video, go back and check it out. And get this thing fired up, see if it'll warm up a little bit, see if it'll circulate some of that sauce around. All right, let's see if that's enough to get it going. Nope. Man, back to square zero, huh? Had it fired up and running 2 weekends ago and now nothing. What in the world electrically has happened? Nothing changed. Here we go again. All right, well, let me start troubleshooting. I just want to run it for a little bit, see what happens. So give me a few minutes to poke around and see if I can't get this thing to fire. I doubt it. Worth a shot. Either way, that clutch has left the chat, so the engine's going to come out, transmission's going to come out, newer engine going in, and a new clutch. All right, let me get after it. All right, well, I figured it out. I put the other starter relay on, really cleaned everything again, all the connections. And I think this battery's kind of heading out. I got a charger on it now to help it get along some, but again, I think it's a bad starter relay. It's kind of intermittent. I don't know. This thing's fickle, but let me see if I can't get this thing fired up now. It's a good time of the year. We're dropping all kinds of swirly dudes and things out of the. Nope, no pump shot. I'm gonna have to go get some starting fluid, gasoline, something. So, be back in a minute. Let's just give it a little shot down in there, see if it'll fire up. Hopefully y'all don't go tumbling. All right. She's trying. What was that? Backfire or what? All right, buddy, have a good night. It might not be getting any fuel still. Oh yeah, look how wet it is. Yeah, it's getting fuel. Oh, it's leaking everywhere. I just want to circulate all that juice around in there. This carburetor's shot. You'll hear the valve train really bad. Ooh, got a lot of smoke coming from down below. I can see that off the exhaust. The exhaust pipe. Still sounds pretty daggone bad in there. I need to go get a Phillips head screwdriver and tighten those down. This thing is still leaking everywhere. Boy, that exhaust leak is terrible. What is going on there? Ah, she's running very fat. Very rich. Very, very rich. I guess all this garbage is just burning off. I don't know. It's got oil leaks galore. Still sounds pretty terrible, but kind of surging. Sounds like it's gonna die. Doesn't even move. But it could be a bad oil switch or a pressure sending unit. Those valves are not clacking as much as they were before. There's still quite a bit of valve train noise. Let's get this oil changed. I want it to warm up a little bit though, more than it is. Wow, that is terrible. I also don't know that that filter's any good. Maybe the filter's plugged. Looks like shiny white paint on it-ish. Oh yeah, man. That thing is not happy. Anyway, my sauce is in here, swirling around, hopefully cleaning it out. All Chryslers have a lifter ticket, seems like. This one's starting to settle down some. Oh, that's awful. What is going on? Why is that so leaky? You know, I didn't look to see if it was charging. Smoke is everywhere. Yeah, alternator shows that it's charging a little bit. But still, oh wait, The oil pressure, daggone camera. The oil pressure gauge is now at 0. It was below 0 before. Hey, it's kind of like having oil pressure, but I just don't want it to start knocking. I don't hear any knocking. I hear an exhaust leak. Oh, it smells terrible too. That carburetor is pig rich. Look how soaking wet that thing is everywhere. You can see like on this side how much oil is leaked out of these valve covers over the years. It just built up down there. But that side is just, what is going on? Nasty exhaust leak down there, or maybe some oil got spilled on it. It definitely sounds a little bit better, but I can hear the lifter tick. Doesn't change the fact, again, the clutch is bad. It is covered in grease under there too, so I need to drop the cover off under there and just look at it, see what's going on, and see like the thickness of the clutch pad itself, see if it's worth a dang. Got another carburetor ready to go. All right, let me go ahead and drain the oil out of this and start over. Back in a few. Yeah, let me go get a screwdriver, tighten up that carburetor real quick. My sauce is working, folks. It's above 0 now. Wow. We've got oil pressure. Pretty meager, but you know, it's oil pressure. So I'm gonna give it about 3 more minutes of this thing idling, and then I'm gonna drain it. This is the part where I climb under here and realize I got the wrong wrench. But while I'm figuring that out, I burned myself on the rather warm pipes. Let's see. Let's get this thing off of here. Of course, it's the biggest wrench imaginable. And I'm gonna wait for this thing to cool down some more before I pop this cover off of the clutch. This should come out pretty thin. All right, should come out real thin because my sauces. Oh, yep, very, very thin. But I can feel oiliness to it. It's got viscosity. And look at that, it's got a good honeyish color. Probably can't see it on the camera, but I'm looking through into the light with it. It has a ton of viscosity. I'm probably taking fairly okay-ish oil out of here. What I'm concerned about is at the very bottom of the pan, possibly sludge and stuff that might be plugging up the pickup tube. And the other possibility is this filter's just collapsed or something. Okay, there's quite a bit of varnish coming out now at the bottom. But no chunks. Nothing amazing happening here. It's kind of like a normal oil change. Oh, there goes a couple of chunks. I'm gonna let this sucker drain for a while. I'm gonna go get my hand cleaned off so I can grab the hold of this oil filter and oh boy, there's that. Yep, that bad freeze plug right there. This appears to be coolant sludge, like crust, the crystallized. Oh yeah, that thing's real bad. think coolant's leaking out of it. Okay, well, let this thing drain. I'll be back. Well, team, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick this up or not, but can anybody else see all the glitter that came out? Quite a bit of shiny, a lot of probably bearing material. Boy, I wish the camera would really catch it in that sunlight, but look at the glistening glitter. Oh yeah, it's everywhere. Oof, yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's, well, no big surprise. I guess I can cut this open and see more glitter, but at least, you know, oil came out of this. But yeah, there's glitter everywhere. All right, well, go ahead and pull off one of these nasty valve covers. Waste a gasket, no doubt. Oh, hey, that one's tight, actually. Impressive. So is that one. Probably gonna drop all kinds of filth into the engine, but so be it. That one's tight. Oof, that's rusty. Saved the best for last. The 1/8 of a turn wonder. Get out of there. There we go. Oh, yeah. Well, that is horrific. Ooh. Well, I guess I'll show you. No bueno. All right, well, here's your inside of the valve cover. That is just terrible. Terrible. Tarable. All right, and there's inside here. So you can see we are getting some oil up there finally, which is good. Comes up through the rocker tube. Like to see a little more wet up there, but I can just spritz a little in there. So it's just, I would expect to see a lot more oil up here at this point. But again, well, the oil filter was full, so the pump is pumping, just not very well. Look at all this grime. This thing is just tired. And I think that justifies my decision to pull it out of here and swap it in. That 360, I think it's like a 1990 360, maybe, something like that. It'll be a good engine for this. Just got to make sure I got the right motor mounts. There's a couple of little variances for the 360. I've got a flywheel for it. Just going to have to get a clutch. And I believe they did put that transmission behind the 360, so it's not going to look any different. Yeah, this thing, look, you can see the gas dripping out of the shaft right here. This carburetor, it says it's remanufactured 4/7/1997, so that thing's been on there a hot second. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I think I'll throw the valve cover back on. That tells me everything I need to know. The other side's going to be identical, and chunk some oil down in this thing and run it a little bit more, but it needs to come apart. I'm sure the timing chain is plenty sloppy too. Plus the freeze plugs. All those things. Cool. All right, that's about as clean as I'm gonna try and get it. Just scrubbed it out as best I could. Make sure there's no loose chunks gonna fall out. It's still pretty gnarly, but and then I threw some more oil on the actual top of the shaft. And man, this thing's sitting in the sun and that fuel, it just keeps dripping right out of that shaft. That thing's got to come off there, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to run it for a little bit longer. Got to get the rest of this gasket material off of here. Slap this valve cover back on it, throw a bunch of oil in it, run it a little bit longer, see if it gets any more oil pressure, and then we're done with it. What are you looking at there, guys? Huh? You looking, yeah, I guess you're looking at the engine. Yep. Throw this joker back on there. Sure, that's good. Those plug wires look like trash. Hitting the happy place. Where's the happy place? There's the happy place. Get another one in the happy place. Oh, yep, nope. There we go. They actually had a pretty good gasket on here. One of those like rubber style. Seemed to hold up. There's one in every crowd. Look at this. Yes, start in the valve cover. How about it? God bless America. Where's the freaking hole in the head? Not getting started. Oh, see, that one went right in. So that one, this is the last one. For all intents and purposes, it should be perfectly lined up, but it is not. I am confused. There, jeez, oh Pete. Now for the pain in the butt one. These things are torqued to 300 foot-pounds each. I need to get a better socket wrench. This thing sucks. China. All right. Let's throw some oil in this joker. Oh, hey, yeah. Finally starting to see evidence of oil on this side, too. Just like the other. So that's good. You know what? Let's just check these valve cover bolts. That none of them are like crazy loose or anything ridiculous. All right, tight. Tight. Loose. Tight. I know you're back there somewhere, buddy. Where are you? And tight. Okay, that's good enough for me. All right. Five quarts of the cheapest oil they had at Walmart. Maybe the thicker viscosity will help build a little oil pressure. Fill in some of those bearing clearances because I think they're going to be good in clearance. Judging from the glitter in the oil tray, the catch pan. Now, I'm being perfectly honest with you. I snatched a gently used oil filter off of a good engine in the shop just to get that Motorcraft one off of here because I wanted to see if it had any oil in it, and it did. So that means the oil pump is pumping. Right. I think we're going to be down to bearing clearances more than anything, folks. But we should have a little bit more oil pressure this time around. I know one thing, I ain't gonna run her long because she is just puking gasoline out of this carburetor. Not happy. That thing is spent. Yeah, wires, whatever. Not even gonna worry about them. What else do we need to do? We put oil in it. Let's be all professional and check the oil level. Yeah. It's the add mark. What's another quart, folks? I got a little bit of, oh, I got 30 weight, 10, 30. I mean, that'd be all right. Yeah, let's run it first. Okay. Don't you guys fall. I'm gonna fire this joker up. Maybe. Let's see what we get. All right. Is it clear? Clear. All right, the oil pressure gauge is very slowly creeping up from buried. It's approaching 0. Very slowly. Currently showing 0 oil pressure, so it has moved. So what that means is there is oil pressure. All right. I don't know if you all heard that, but I sure did from inside. That's what we like to call rod knock. It definitely sounded like a clunk, 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 clunk down at the very bottom end. I dipped down over there and listened. Oh my gosh. How long ago did y'all fall over? Yeah, anyway, I was talking. Let's see if you guys can come down here and hear that rod knock. That's what I think it is. It's new. Try one more time. Y'all listen up. Yep, that's rod knock. All right, whatever. At least we got oil pressure. Well, let's see. Can you hear me? Yeah. That's gonna do it. You know, I already said last video, we got this thing running. Valve sounded terrible. Figured, you know, why not just at least try and get some oil pressure out of it, see if I can figure that out. Got a little bit of oil pressure, I don't know, 10 PSI maybe. maybe. But yeah, I'm hearing what sounds like rod knocking, plus all the glitter in the drain pan there. I wish you could pull it out of here one of these days. So got to get that plan together, get some stuff going. Gonna need to order a clutch, things like that. But maybe in the next weekend or two, I'll yank this tired little 318 out and put her in deep shelter somewhere. I mean, it can be saved, but do I need to? I don't know. There's a bunch of them out there, but you know, we'll see. Maybe down the road. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and just let you know, a lot fewer videos coming because life, work, real job work. So stick with me. I'll get them out when I can, and still got a whole bunch going on with the charger. I just haven't been filming a lot of it, and also, well, I have been waiting to get some parts ordered. Let's put it that way. So anyway, we'll talk to you soon. Hope you enjoyed it, and talk to you on the next one. See ya.